Hey there guys, Portal Master 9351 here, and in today's video I have some interesting stuff that I want to talk to you guys about the potential Assassin's Creed compilation game that was recently leaked by a German retailer. Now do take all of this with a grain of salt, although I'm going to be making a lot of informed speculations in this video. We do have to keep in mind that the core piece of information that this is based around is not confirmed. So before we dive into talking about what this thing could be, let's actually talk about what exactly was leaked. So on a German website, not going to attempt to pronounce it, but basically on a German retailer site, there was a listing that was put up for an Assassin's Creed compilation on the Nintendo Switch, and it was marked for a release date of sometime in March 2019. I forget the exact date. I think it was towards the end of March 2019. And Assassin's Creed has been speculated to potentially have been something that Ubisoft could have been interested in bringing over to the Switch, but up until now, it's pretty much been completely unsubstantiated in the way of rumors or leaks or anything that this could actually be happening. Well, this does appear to be our first actual piece of potential news / information about this. Now, this retailer has not exactly been all that credible before, and it's not that they've been unreliable, it's just that this isn't a typical retailer that would leak stuff out. So it's kind of, we don't really understand how credible this could be. It could be, they could be dead on or they could be way off. But either way, it is looking like there is some potential for an Assassin's Creed compilation game. Now, there was a Assassin's Creed compilation game released several years back, the Ezio Collection, the Ezio Trilogy, which followed the 3 games that featured, well, Ezio from the Assassin's Creed story. And some people have speculated that this compilation could just be them re-releasing the Ezio Trilogy on the Nintendo Switch, but I think there's a couple of reasons that I don't think that's going to be the case. I feel like there's a better option for them to actually re-release certain other games, and obviously they can't re-release like Odyssey or, you know, any of the recent games, because Nintendo Switch cannot run Assassin's Creed Origins, cannot run Assassin's Creed Odyssey. It just simply cannot. The hardware is not up to that. But with that being said, I still think that it does have the potential to run, you know, several of the newer Assassin's Creed games, newer than the Ezio Trilogy. The main 3 that I think this could be, I would expect another trilogy, is I think that if it's going to be another trilogy, it's going to be Assassin's Creed 3, Assassin's Creed Black Flag, and Assassin's Creed Rogue. Those are the 3 I think it would be. Black Flag, 3, and Rogue. Why do I think it would be those 3? First up, those were the last 3 Assassin's Creed games that were actually released on the PS3. With that in mind, if the PS3 could run it, it is so much more likely that the Switch would be able to handle some type of software that could actually run on the PS3 rather than exclusively on Xbox One and PS4. That's the first reason. The second reason is that all 3 of these took place in the same era, if you will. The Ezio Trilogy all takes place during the Italian Renaissance. These all take place during the colonial era. With that in mind, there's sort of a theme. Call it the Colonial Collection or something like that. Even though there are different protagonists in these stories rather than the Ezio Collection, it would still make sense. The final reason why I actually think this is extremely likely is that Assassin's Creed 3 is already slated for a remaster coming in March of next year. So would it not make sense to, along with the actual brand new remaster of Assassin's Creed 3, release the compilation, collection, whatever you will, of Assassin's Creed games on the Nintendo Switch? That makes a lot of sense to me, and maybe we could even be seeing remasters of Black Flag for the newer consoles coming at a later date, like the PS4 and Xbox One. So I don't know, but I do think that those are probably the most likely games to be re-released. It is still a possibility that the Ezio Trilogy could be re-released, but I honestly don't think they'll do that. I think they'll rather release these colonial era Assassin's Creed games, but honestly, it's all up in the air, and we don't really know what's going on. But either way, this is actually a big addition to the Nintendo Switch lineup, and with this potential leak now, could we be seeing something at the Game Awards? I don't know, but it is looking to me like the Game Awards are panning out to be an extremely big event that's coming up very, very soon. So do stay tuned, because I'm going to be covering the Game Awards and all the related stuff. Anyways, tell me what you think about this down in the comments. I know that some of my general audience may not necessarily be Assassin's Creed fans, but with this coming to the Nintendo Switch, this is something that I actually did want to make a video on. Anyways though, that's all I have for you guys today. This has been Portal Master 9351. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and shout out to all my patrons on Patreon, especially the Collector Creepypasta, Portal Power TV, and Nacho S. See you guys next time.